28, show number 28, and we're going back to college. This is show number 28. It's entitled College Football Rankings and the Heisman Race. That's right, college football rankings and the Heisman race. Wow, this is going to be fantastic right after week number 6. Week number 6 in college football, and oh my gosh, things are going to get crazy. It was a crazy weekend after weekend number 6 after this Saturday. Wow, the big dogs are coming up and showing themselves, and I'm predicting some big surprises in the rankings by the end of the year. The rankings just came out this Sunday. I'm recording this show Sunday afternoon, right after the rankings. And let me just get straight to, no, I have to take care of my sponsor. And thank you for tuning in to Football 101. We're doing the college football rankings and the Heisman race. I want to thank Podbean. Oh my gosh, thank you so much, Podbean. And as to giving us the platform for these podcast shows. I want to thank also iTunes, Apple Podcasts, Google Play Podcasts, of course, Spotify, and I want to thank YouTube for providing us over 261 subscribers. And we just want to get the information out there. If you want to email me at ejb88@92@gmail.com. That's ejb88@92@gmail.com. Wow, there you go. I think I got everything working in the studio. And now, after 6 solid weekends, the power rankings just came out. And now, let me give you the top 10. I'm going to give you the top 10 right now in college football 2019. And after I did this analysis, and let me get on the record. This will be the most exciting college football championship of since time. I was trying to think of something else, but since they started this, this will be the most exciting. I did the scenarios. Watch, just hold on for the end of this show. Okay, here's the top 10 right now. There were a big upset this past weekend. Here's the top 10. Alabama, number 1. There you go. Number 2, LSU. LSU took care of business against Florida in the swamp. LSU took care of business last night. They are number 2. I'm going to get back to LSU because they are the wild card in this playoff. They were not predicted to be this good, but guess what? The tables have turned. My gosh. Look out for LSU. They are a force to be reckoned with. Yes, they are. So number 2, LSU. Number 3, Clemson. I got some news for you about Clemson. Clemson dropped to number 3. Coming in 4th, Ohio State. They were idle this weekend, so they were right there. But their power rankings are slowly dropping. Ohio State 4. Number 5, Oklahoma Sooners. They won this past weekend against Texas. And yes, my boy, Jalen Hurts, my Heisman Trophy candidate. And I'm predicting him still to be the winner. But I got some news about that too. Let me just say Jalen's going to be a super phenomenal NFL quarterback. But he's still my Jalen Hurts, Heisman Trophy winner 2019. Oklahoma, number 5. Number 6, Wisconsin Badgers. Wow. They are a force to be reckoned with. They are a complete team. Look out for the Wisconsin Badgers, Big Ten. Number 7, Right behind them is Penn State. Oh my God, Penn State. Right behind them, number 7. Number 8, Notre Dame. Notre Dame. Notre Dame. They played well against USC. Matter of fact, USC made that a game. I think Notre Dame just won by 3 points, but that was a good game. It was It was last night. Man, it was packed with great games. So Notre Dame comes in 8. Florida drops to 6-1. Drops to 9. They played well, but it comes down to their quarterback. Number 10. Here's the big shocker. Georgia. University of Georgia drops all the way to down to 10. Lose against South Carolina. The Gamecocks took it to them. That's right. The Gamecocks took it to the Bulldogs. Oh no. Let me just say, it's about ready to implode in Georgia again. I used to live in Georgia. I used to live in Atlanta. And things, it kind of end up imploding. And let me just say, Georgia is imploding. Now, one of the interesting aspects, like a little side note, former Georgia quarterback, who's now the quarterback for the Ohio State Buckeyes, Justin Fields, he's a transfer from Georgia and now starting quarterback for the Ohio State Buckeyes. So Georgia slips to number 10. 11, Auburn 5-1. 12, Oregon. Here we go, Pac-12. 13, Utah is right there. 14, oh my gosh, outside the Power 5 is Boise State at 6-0. Look out for Boise State because they just may run the table. And they will have to get a bid if they run the table. Oh my gosh. Boise State 6-0 right now. Texas 4-2. They come in 15. Michigan 5-1. Harbaugh's team 5-1. 16. They're inflated. Well, they're inflated. I'm not gonna say anything about Michigan, but they're inflated. Number 17, Arizona State. Can you believe it? Well, Arizona State, they have a great coach, and I'm blanking on his name right now. Former defensive back for the Philadelphia Eagles, former head coach for the Kansas City Chiefs, and he was former again defensive back. I'm going to get his name in a little bit later. But Arizona State. Yes, Arizona. I'm gonna get it. Just be patient, folks. They come in at number 17. Arizona State. Watch out for Arizona State because he has it packed with a lot of coaches, a lot of professional coaches on that staff. By the way, a lot of professional coaches on that staff. So again, I'm very impressed with Arizona State. And I'll get to them in just a second. I'm going to have to get back to them. 18 is Baylor. 19 is SMU. SMU from the American Conference. They broke the top 25. SMU. Minnesota, number 20. Cincinnati, UC Bearcats, number 21, 5-1. Missouri, 5-1, coming in 22. 23rd position. Iowa, another Big Ten. And guess what? 24, Appalachian State, FBS. Appalachian State comes in at 5-0, and Washington rounds it out to at 25th position, 5-2. 5-2. So there you go. There's the top 25, but the top 10 is. This is going to be one. Like I said, I'm going to get back to my major match. The craziest season of them all. So this is the reason why I'm going to get straight to why this is going to be the best college football championship ever. Why? Because guess what? Alabama, checking out, Alabama plays LSU November 9th. It's going to be at Alabama. In Bama. That is the game of, not the decade, but of the year. LSU is going into Bama. Number 1, number 2, going against each other in the SEC. That is going to be the biggest game of the regular season. Talk about ratings. Wow. Bama. Let me just say, Bama, quarterback 2A. And they're just massive. They're just massive in Alabama. But look at Alabama's schedule, remaining schedule. They play Tennessee, Arkansas, then LSU, November 9th. Then finish out with Mississippi State, Western Carolina, and then Auburn. So, again, that game, November 9th, is the one that Nick Saban is planning right now because of LSU has completely changed everything up in the SEC and in the national picture. So, mark it right now, November 9th, the biggest game of college football season, November 9th. And with that, you have two Heisman candidates, the Heisman race right there with 2A, bringing the numbers at Bama. He is probably, in the eyes of the Heisman voters, probably 1A. Right next to 1A, Tua, is 1B, Joe Burrow, quarterback, LSU Tigers. Man, he put on a show. So he's a Heisman Trophy candidate in the race too. 1A, 1B. Whoever wins that November 9th game will be the front runner. I'm just going to have to say it. Front runner to the Heisman Trophy race as well. It's that serious. That is the game of the year. Man, it doesn't get any better than that. That is the telltale sign. Now, looking at Clemson's schedule. Now, here's the issue. Now just let's take a step back a little bit. Clemson, yeah, they're undefeated, but look at the rest of their schedule. They play Louisville. They go to Louisville. Then Boston College. Then Wofford. What? Wofford. November 9th, they play NC State. I'm going to that game, by the way. Can't wait to see Clemson in person. And I'm going to do a special podcast on that show, too. So, they play NC State November 9th. Then they go and play Wake Forest, have a bye, and finish with South Carolina. So, again, the power ranking of their schedule hurts them. It hurts Clemson. Even if they win on out, more likely they will. But their power schedule, power ranking, hurts them. And it hurts their great quarterback, Trevor Lawrence. Wow. No wonder Dabo is mad. He won convincingly this past week against Florida State, but he's mad. Because he knows what's coming down the road. He is mad. Dabo is mad. They have to score plenty of points. They have to look exceptionally well. Dabo is mad. Because their power rankings is plummeting. Same thing for, oh my gosh. Power rankings mean a lot. Same thing for Ohio State. The biggest game for Ohio State is October, what is it? October 26th. October 26th. It's not the Michigan game. No, I kid you not. No, I'm not kidding. It's not the Michigan game at the end. It's October 26th against Wisconsin. Wisconsin. That is the game. because Wisconsin is rated number 6 and they're moving up, whereas Ohio State is kind of moving down because their power rankings is moving down. So the biggest game of the season for Ohio State is actually in 2 weeks against Wisconsin in the horseshoe. In the horseshoe. That's the biggest game. And that's the biggest game for Justin Fields, who's a transfer from University of Georgia. And by the way, the transfer from quarterback for Joe Burrow, he's a transfer from Ohio State. Everyone's transferring around. And now they're at the top of the league and top of the Heisman. So Joe Burrow transferred from Ohio State. LSU, Clemson is dropping. Ohio State, wow, the biggest game, Wisconsin. Coming in at number 5, Oklahoma, my boy Jalen Hurts. Man, guess what's hurting them? Their power ranking. Oklahoma has the remaining West Virginia, Kansas State. You have a bye. Iowa State, Baylor, TCU, and Oklahoma State. So their power ranking is plummeting. Will plummet. And that will hurt Jalen Hurts in the voting. Will they be there by the end? They will win on out. But they have to win big. Just like Clemson. Clemson and Oklahoma are in the same boat. They have to win big in their remaining games to go undefeated, to stay in the hunt. And then why? Because you have Wisconsin, number 6, and guess what? Penn State is 6-0. What? Penn State, gosh, can you believe it? Is 6-0, and their biggest game is November 23rd against the Ohio State Buckeyes. My gosh. They play the Ohio State Buckeyes November 23rd. And I believe they will win out and until they get to Ohio State. That's a big game. Don't sleep on Penn State. They just beat Iowa. In Iowa. Next week they play Michigan at home. So look out for Penn State 6-0. There may be a sleeper by the end that makes the playoffs. It's crazy. This will go down and then Boise State, like I said, will win on out. Georgia's going to try to get in there, but they just don't have a chance. Notre Dame is sitting at number 8. They will always be there. On the out. Good team, not great team, but they will be right there. So you have a bottleneck by the end. This is going to be the most exciting college football championship season ever. Again, looking at Wisconsin, and guess what? Another Heisman Trophy candidate is, of course, Jonathan Taylor. He's a beast. Man, I saw him this past week. He's a beast. He took it to Michigan State. He's a beast. He's going to be one of the Heisman finalists. And he's different from the other Wisconsin running backs because he's physical, but he's fast. He's faster. And he can run between the tackles. So look out for Jonathan Taylor, but look out for Wisconsin. They are so... Did you see their front line? Their front line is so big and massive. I mean, these guys are big. They're massive. And they can move. So yes, the big game. Let me just be real. They may completely surprise the Ohio State October 26th. Because it's looking wow, it's looking very challenging from Ohio State perspective because these guys are very physical. And if there's one thing that you can beat Ohio State at, and that is beat them by being more physical. Ohio State got speed. They got skilled athletes. And yes, they're physical. But what I saw with the Badgers, man, if they play their game, man, this is going to be a tough game. So Wisconsin is right there. Penn State right there. The wild card of all of this is LSU. They were bringing it against Florida. And of course, Florida right now is one-dimensional. A lot of talent, but one-dimensional. The quarterback can only do so much. So, again, this is going down as the most exciting college football season ever from Football 101. Alabama, and let me give you my prediction. Oh, yeah. I haven't been back, so let me give you. Why am I shouting, by the way? I'm just so excited. I'm calmed down now. Yeah, what is it, 20-some minutes? I'm finally calming down. That don't make any sense. That don't make any sense. Well, the college football season is so exciting. It gets me hyped up. Even more hyped than the NFL at times. Because, again, there's so much going on. And there's so much hype in the NFL. Yet, with college football season, it's one or done. Now the players are able to transfer or go into the pipeline. And they pop up somewhere just like Jalen Hurts. He left Alabama, rightly so. And did you see the play Jalen Hurts did against Texas? He actually moved the ball around his... He's becoming like Patrick Mahomes of the NFL, the Kansas City Chiefs. But I digress. But Jalen Hurts, he still is my pick to win the Heisman. Again, he's the outside right now, but people are paying attention to him more and more. Of course, they're going to pay attention to Tua in Alabama and Joe Burrow at LSU. But don't forget about my boy Jalen Hurts. Football 101 is all in on Jalen Hurts. He is the man. He is so mature. He is so experienced. He is so comfortable in the pocket. And he's physical. He is physical. Again, my pick for the Heisman race is still Jalen Hurts. The man is just he's just so down to earth. He's been through a lot. He had to sit. He had to stop and get set and get benched. Get benched by when they brought on Tua. And yet he was Alabama's Saban's superstar. But all of a sudden, he doesn't fit the system. What? He doesn't fit the system. And he gets set down. And he took it like a man. He even helped Tua. He took it like a man. And then he said, okay, I got to use my skill sets somewhere else. And the system in Alabama is too constricting. Yes, I said it. It's too constricting in Bama. So Jalen left, and now he's flourishing. Flourishing in Oklahoma. Rightly so. He needed to leave. He needed to leave. And yes, they are well experienced with Lincoln Riley, head coach. My boy Lincoln Riley is a mastermind. And yes, this may be I'm saying this. This may be Lincoln Riley's last year as a college coach. Because the NFL will be calling him big time. Lincoln Riley, let's bank it now, will be an NFL coach more than likely, if not next year, the following year. Because there's someone else in the pipeline already to go to Oklahoma. I got the tip just the other day who's transferring to Oklahoma. I'm not going to say who, but I just got the tip who's transferring to Oklahoma for next year. So if Lincoln Riley doesn't stay around he's going to have another superstar as quarterback. But guaranteed, Lincoln Riley will be an NFL coach. And Jalen Hurts is still my favorite. Still Football 101's favorite for the Heisman. So let me get back to the college football rankings. Again, just came out today, Sunday, October 13th. Alabama number 1, LSU number 2, Clemson number 3, Ohio State number 4, Oklahoma number 5, Wisconsin number 6, Penn State number 7, Notre Dame number 8, Florida number 9, and Georgia Bulldogs number 10. Those are the current college football rankings, and I am predicting an upset. I am predicting right now that LSU are the favorite to win it all because their schedule is so tough. They got a great coach. They got great skilled athletes. They got an exceptional quarterback. And they really do got a great defense. And it's really the schedule that prepares them. And I would say, watch, and I know Dabo and Clemson, he's mad. Don't forget them. Again, he's just mad because their schedule is not preparing them up to the next level. Because Dabo knows they got to get prepared for the next level of competition. It's just not there right now. He's not happy with the performance of his team. I'll tell you that right now. You just look at him on the sideline. He's not happy. And so Ohio State will be there. But again, I saw Ohio State live. And it just takes them a while to get into their groove at times. And I just don't think they have right now, what I see, they got some holes on their defense. And they can be taken out, unfortunately. But I'm still, of course, I'm a Buckeye. I'm going to support Ohio State. But I saw them live, and I'm only going to say I saw some weaknesses. Okay, they got to step up to the bigger competition and be ready at the start. Oklahoma, they'll be there. Their competition has to get better. Their defense has to get better. It has gotten better, but again, not to the level of the big, the top dogs. Watch out! I'm just so cautious of Wisconsin, a Big Ten team, and Penn State. They looked impressive. So my dark horse and watch out for Boise. They have to be there because they're outside the power conferences, and if they run the table, they have to be there in one of the games. They have to be there. So watch out for Penn State. Watch out for Wisconsin. It's going to be a bottleneck. I don't know who's going to be in the final 2 games, 3 games, whatever. But LSU, to me, has the inside track. That's Football 101, baby. I'm giving you. I went a little long. I had to go a little bit long on this one because this was really one of the toughest shows to nail down and condense because we had so much information to share with you. And this is after week number 6. Let me check my time. Okay, I'm 28 minutes. Oh my gosh. Sorry about this. I went a little long. Please bear with me. Again, I gave you the top 10, and I'm giving you the winner of the college football championship. I'm saying the inside track right now is LSU. And my my underdog favorite is still, guess what? Yes, I'm picking someone other than the SEC, and I'm just taking a chance. I'm going to say Oklahoma, our dark horse favorite. Dark horse favorite, outside favorite, Oklahoma. Their schedule, but because of Jalen Hurts, I'm going to give them the outside chance to win it all. But right now, I say LSU, number 2, Oklahoma. And again, I'm not going to give. Again, I see enough of Bama. They're strong, but there's going to be an upset this year. There will be an upset this year. And my number 3, dare I say this? dare I say this, my number 3, I was so impressed by Wisconsin. I'm gonna go. I know it's crazy. They're really an outside dark horse. It's what they do against Ohio State, and they're very traditional. But my outside will be Wisconsin. I just think they are perched and ready to go. So number 1 LSU, number 2 Oklahoma, and number 3 Wisconsin. I said I can't believe I said Wisconsin. I can't believe, and I can't believe I didn't pick. I'm tired of picking Bama. Everyone picks Bama. I'm picking LSU number 1. I'm sorry, Dabo. You just don't have. They're just not playing up to another level. I would have picked Clemson if they really step up their game. But right now, I don't see it. So right now, I'm going to pick Oklahoma and then number 3, Wisconsin. There you go. This is Football 101. I want to thank all the sponsors. Podbean, YouTube. Spotify, Google Play, and of course, Podbean, and all my sponsors out there. And I want to thank each and every one of you, the listeners. I went a little long. Oh, this is college football rankings and the Heisman race. This is Football 101!